Well, good morning and welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. Still. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Today I have a new word for you, one I haven't done in a long time, probably a couple of years. And it's a good reminder, and I hope you enjoy it. So, again, thank you for watching, and thank you to our sponsors, particularly the Virtues Project, who produces these cards that I use. And there's 100 great words in this particular deck. And last time I was with you, I did the word diligence, which I think was a good idea. And today, it's not an opposite word, but it's a word that, well, let's just dive in. The word today is moderation. And this is a tricky one for me. Being self-employed my entire life as a business owner, and I'm an entrepreneur, an adventurer, and then now a teacher as well. Sometimes moderation sounds like restriction, and that's really not the idea. The idea of moderation comes mostly in our dealings with other humans. It's we know that in order to find discovery, some really cutting edge, bleeding edge stuff has to be done. You don't just get a rocket to fly off into space and grab some rocks off of an asteroid and bring it back. I mean, that requires some extremes, but that's not what we're talking about mostly today. We're talking about how we deal with other people. Okay, so let's dive in. Moderation is being content with enough. It is using self-discipline, which is one of those fruits of the spirit, self-control, self-discipline, to create a healthy balance between work, rest, reflection, and play. As you know, I'm a big proponent of life balance, and it's not reaching life balance that's important. It's moving in that direction that's important. We're all off balance from time to time, and that's not a problem. Sometimes we got to work really, really hard, and sometimes we play really, really hard. Sometimes we pray hard too, and that's how life is. So as long as we keep in mind what that balance is all about, it's about creating a full and valuable a life that matters to you and to me and to everybody around us. Okay, back to the subject at hand here. Moderation protects us from the pull of addictive desires. That's true. Addictions to anything, whether it's drugs or success, money. There could be all kinds of addictive desires. Moderation says, let's temper that a little bit. We do not grasp to do or have more in the belief that we are lacking. That's a biggie. Sometimes we feel like, man, if we just had a little more of this or a little more of that or a little better relationship, a little more money, whatever it is, we feel like we're lacking. And I think that if we can appreciate the beauty and the blessings around us a little bit more, we wouldn't have that feeling of lacking so much. Now, honesty again, I have felt lack in my life on a number of fronts, family life, and not my current family, because it's a fantastic family, but growing up wasn't quite ideal. I know a lot of you have had that experience, but ultimately the feeling of lack is something that requires a bit of mindfulness. Think about all the really great things that you have in your life, and you might not feel that lack quite so much. We try not to be everything to everyone. that's a tough that's a tough challenge, being everything to everyone. Ah, that's where moderation says, hey, you don't have to be everything to everyone, and that's okay. We set healthy boundaries that value our time and energy. You know, as far as I know, we can't stretch or manipulate time yet. We haven't figured out how to do that, how to make more time or to slow time. So, setting healthy boundaries around our time and our energy. Energy is one of those things that we can develop a little bit. We can figure out how to use our body chemistry and our mind and our whole being to produce more energy for ourselves. I know there's been times in my life, in fact, right now is one of them, where I really wish I had more energy to do more stuff. But, maybe enough is enough, and maybe that's okay. We protect ourselves from the stress of overdoing. Again, this is another one of those things where sometimes we feel like overdoing is just what's required. Well, again, like so many other things, it's thinking about it, being mindful, being contemplative, being that person who really thinks about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and why we're here. Uh, Answers tend to come when we do that. It could be in the form of prayer or meditation, but whatever it is for you, um, do it, because it does provide great benefit. We discern our own perfect rhythm. Oh, you know, you see some people who just seem to be in rhythm, and that brings to mind this whole notion of being in a zone. You know how athletes often they get in a zone and they go and they're amazing and it's fantastic. Business people do that too. Uh, People, when you get into a zone, what they call a zone, it is that perfect rhythm where things just seem to come at the right moment, in the right quantity, and we're doing what we need to do, and we're doing it with excellence. What a great feeling. If you have never felt that, and I suspect you have, because I really believe that most people get to experience that, at least from time to time, where everything just fits together and everything, and you just do what you got to do. And that's such a fantastic feeling. If you haven't had that feeling, I'm going to remind you to give me a call. Well, schedule a call with me. It's a free call. I can talk to you about a few techniques perhaps that might be helpful. So go to businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact, pick a time and day, and let's have a little chat. It doesn't cost anything. And I promise that I will continue to do this as long as I have the available time to do it. And yeah, take advantage of that. If you want to understand more about how to get in a zone, or anything else for that matter, I do prefer to talk about things that I know about. So brain surgery is out, rocket science is out, but there's some things that are in that are really fun. I do know some things about things. Okay. Moderation isn't deprivation. That's so true. Don't think of it that way. No, I shouldn't tell you don't do anything, but if you think of moderation as a potential benefit because it's going to save you from some excess, think of it that way. It's loving ourselves enough to choose what is just right. Our word for today, if you're just joining us, is moderation. It's a great word, and it comes from this deck of cards that I have from the Virtues Project, 100 great words. Uh, and I'm trying to learn them all so that I can live a life of peace and joy and love and hope and caring and all those things, because it's good to do. Okay, there's a quote on the back. It says, moderation is the silken thread running through the pearl chain of all virtues. That's pretty cool. Okay, moderation. It's a good thing. So, what does the practice of moderation look like? I spend my time and energy sustainably. I remember to pray and to play. I am free of addictions. I carry responsibility wisely. I protect myself from the stress of excess. I live gently and gracefully. I'm thankful for the gift of moderation. It frees me to enjoy my life, and that is so true. When we dive into that pool of excess, we often can't see anything else. All we see is the murky water around us and that excess that we're striving for. Not such a great thing. Okay, well, moderation, that's our word for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to remind you, as I always do, to do something nice for somebody else today. And if you have the resources to do something really nice for a whole bunch of people, do that. It's fantastic. I appreciate all of you who do that, who have the resources to do that. That's a good thing. Let's be that light in our world. Let's be that source of hope and peace and joy and love and moderation and so many other things that are good. Let's be that light, because when we do that, we share the light, and those people can then share the light, and it's contagious, just like negative things are contagious. Yes, I am aware that this is a difficult and challenging world. There's more than enough darkness and death and destruction to go around. But we have the option to do our very best to help other people with the gifts and talents and abilities that we have. Let's do that. Let's be that light. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Make this a great day, because remember, it is your responsibility to make your day the best that it can be. And I'll do the same. I'll try to make this, I will make this a great day. Hope you do too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.